I think there's no doubt in anyone's mind that Square Enix has been seen as a company that makes a lot of PlayStation exclusives. Sure, they've made games that have released on other platforms like the Xbox, but today they announced that they are going aggressively multi-platform. If you ask me, I think this sounds a lot like the PlayStation exclusive is gone when it comes to Square Enix. This news is coming from their recent business strategy meeting where they discussed their plans to go aggressively multi-platform. Here's one slide where they talk about diversify earnings opportunities by strengthening customer contact points. They're going to shift to a multi-platform strategy, and that includes aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that includes Nintendo platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PCs. Build an environment where more customers can enjoy our titles in regards to major franchises and AAA titles, including catalog titles. I, for one, think this is great. I think there is a hungry fan base in the Xbox ecosystem that have been looking for more Square Enix titles, especially within the Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy XIV just released on Xbox. They had the beta. I believe they have the full launch now. And obviously, Square Enix is meeting their objective of acquiring new users. Hopefully, that doesn't mean for every game you need to sign up for a Square Enix account. But anything previously announced as a PlayStation exclusive will likely be coming to everything. And it is exciting that it's even coming to Nintendo, meaning you can kind of play wherever you want. Continuing on, they have a medium-term plan that is new. They have 4 pillars. Enhance productivity by optimizing the development footprint in the digital entertainment segment. Focus on development of titles delivering fun that only the group can create and build the development structure. Diversify earnings opportunities by strengthening customer contact points. Shift to a multi-platform strategy, building continuous customer contact points of our titles by stepping up digital sales. Create the interaction with customers by increasing sophistication of publishing function, generating the opportunity of new revenue by offering IP across a range of entertainment experiences. Obviously, that includes a whole bunch of other platforms. Now, previously, I have to imagine that Sony and PlayStation had an agreement with Square Enix that sort of subsidized their development cost in terms of offering them, a higher yield on every game sale. And obviously, they had something that worked out. But right now, PlayStation is forecasting fewer consoles sold. Obviously, everybody has seen a dip since the COVID days, and that explosive growth has ground to a halt for everyone. It is impacting Square Enix in how they release their games exclusively, which means no more exclusives for PlayStation. And I think that's good. I'm really happy that more people on Nintendo and Xbox will be able to play previously exclusive games. I do think that is the way of the future. Let's read some more from their earnings. This is going to get a bit technical, but they say they want to diversify earning opportunities by strengthening customer contact points. For HD titles, the group will aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that includes Nintendo platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PCs, especially in regards to major franchises and AAA titles, including catalog titles. It will build an environment where more customers can enjoy our titles. In addition, it will also devise a platform strategy for SD titles that includes not only iOS and Android, but also the possibility of PC launches. For me, that's really exciting. I think it's great that they're going to more than one platform because, like I said, more people get to play their games, and it seems like a smart business decision given the current state of the industry. So how have people been reacting to this post? Well, we got good old Septic Sauce. Breaking: PlayStation was not enough for Square Enix despite Sony's aggressive money hatting. Finally, exclusivity is over. Yay! I think that's an appropriate response. This is from I'm not even going to try it. The damage that Foam Stars did must have been unrecoverable. I don't know about that. Some people liked it, but maybe it didn't sell. Chop chop, get to it. The games won't port themselves. What a huge W. Square Enix going completely multi-platform. End of an era. But if it means we can finally get more 2D HD games, then so be it. I think they mean more just games, period. Neo Game Spark. They're talking about HD. HD for them means modern games, basically, like Final Fantasy. But they also did include other games like 2D games and 3D games. So it's the whole slate, so to speak. Pirate Software had a little bit of a comment on this. Sony, let's restrict our games so most of the known world can't buy them. Square Enix, let's stop doing exclusives and make our games available on as many platforms as possible. The industry is 100% AAA whiplash at the moment. Now, Pirate Software is referring to the fact that PlayStation decided to do something really bizarre with Helldivers. They decided to pull it out of 177 countries, and that number has increased as the days have gone by. Which makes no sense because Helldivers 2 was available everywhere, basically, and now they're restricting who can buy it because those places don't have PSN access. So I don't really understand why that is happening, and neither does the rest of the internet. Some other reactions. Paris Lily says, Square Enix putting their games on as many platforms as possible is about maximizing revenue and growth. A major third-party publisher should not have their titles locked to one platform. Somebody, me, once said the business of gaming is changing. And believe it or not, I actually did a video over on IGN. I'll link to it in the description below, where I basically said Xbox isn't the only one rethinking console exclusives. And I talked about how things are changing with PlayStation, where they're going over to PC, how Nintendo is expanding in a bit of a weird way, where they're starting to do theme parks and more movies and allowing their IP to be utilized again in the entertainment space. And Xbox is releasing their games on other platforms and obviously drastically changing their strategies internally. Now, what I did not expect was to see Square Enix come along and announce that, hey, we are putting our games everywhere. And I would really, really hope that this includes Final Fantasy as soon as possible. Jez Corden with a big W tweet here. Despite previous claims that Xbox wasn't worth it for Square Enix, the firm has confirmed its plan to go fully multi-platform, calling out Xbox specifically in its financial year 24 report. More Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox. And I think that's a huge W. The idea that Square Enix is no longer locking themselves to PlayStation, I actually don't really understand how that business deal made sense for so long, especially when you're leaving, like let's say the Xbox sold 20 million units. It's still 20 million potential sales that you could get on the Xbox platform. With the Final Fantasy 14 announcement about that coming to Xbox, I also was expecting something from, Phil Spencer or the Square Enix side about the continued blossoming of that relationship. It would appear that what was teased by the owner or the leader, president of Square Enix, I blanked on I want to say CEO. I think it's CEO. I haven't had my coffee yet. Give me a break. The CEO of Square Enix basically said that you can expect more after the Final Fantasy 14 announcement, and now here we are. I think this is great news. I hope more people get to play Square Enix games. I think a lot of their games are great, and Final Fantasy 16 not being played by more people is just a shame. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like my content, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when my content goes live. I greatly appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. If you would like to become a member, you can do so by clicking the join button right below. I just did a stream, so this was up to date, and then somebody gifted 10 memberships, so thank you so much. But if you want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking that join button and support at any tier you want. It all helps. Thank you so much. Check out my last video about the terrible news going on over at Xbox. You can see that right here, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.